What's up, my friends? Welcome to my page. Welcome to Holistic Strength. You might be asking yourself, what the heck is holistic strength? And that is an excellent question. Let's start with something that you know. What is strength? Strength is your ability to overcome any challenge, any load, any obstacle, whether that's in a workout or in your mind. So if strength is the ability to overcome any obstacle, then holistic is taking into account the whole of human health. Your body is like a spider web. If you pull on any strand, it will affect the entire web and vibrate the entire thing. And so a holistic approach is absolutely essential because we cannot change one thing without affecting the entire web of your health. This web incorporates many things, many more things than what I'm about to tell you, but this is your movement, your exercise, your diet, how you eat, when you eat, your rest, your sleep, your thinking, your happiness, your breathing, yes, even babies who's sitting right there. This is how we relate to others and how we think, our stories about each and every one of these things. Everything influences your web, that web of your health. Everything that we do either makes our web stronger and more resilient or weaker and more likely to break. And when that happens, we encounter dis-ease and injury in our body and our mind. My dream is to empower you to live a life of personal power and freedom by reconnecting you to simple, intuitive power practices that you have either forgotten or have been trained out of. Things that have been with you this entire time. So if holistic strength is the ability to overcome any challenge in any area of our lives, then what does it mean to be in one's power? I use the phrase a lot. To be in one's power, if we look at the dictionary, means the ability to control. Power is control. To be in one's power is to exist within the eye of the storm, and to know that though I cannot control this storm, nor can I control other people, places, or things, or the thoughts, words, and actions of those other people, I can control my own thoughts, words, and actions. I can control myself. When we begin to connect to and believe in our own personal power, we become the creators of our own lives. We become the creators of our own experience. We become the creator of our own health in body, mind, and spirit. And whatever happens to us, we experience it in whatever way that we choose. Being able to be in control of how you respond in any situation, of using your power to overcome any challenge, that is power. So where are we going in holistic strength? Yes, I will guide you through exercise practices, nutrition practices, hydration, rest, sleep, breathing, thinking, playing, all of these things, but we start somewhere else. We start with establishing your personal power practice. And let me tell you a little bit about why. I'm going to read you a quote from the Journal of the American Medical Association. According to an article in the Journal of the American Medical Association, there's a documented link between stress and an increased risk of heart attack, depression, cancer, and the progression of HIV and AIDS. Workplace stress may be just as bad for your heart as smoking and having out of balance cholesterol. They go on to say that stress affects virtually every stage of disease progression, from genesis, creating the dis-ease in the body, to progression itself, to the growth of the dis-ease, to regression. Managing stress affects every stage of our health. What this means is that if we do not manage our stress, that after a certain amount of time, our strong, resilient web becomes one that is weak and beginning to break down. And that is when we have a visit from the pain doctor, either in an injury, a dis-ease, somewhere that we're out of balance in our body, that usually we're given medication for, or even something in our mind or our spirit. I am a huge fan of emotional freedom technique, what's called tapping. And in EFT, we understand and we operate under the premise, the theory, that 66% of dis-ease and pain in the body is actually mental and emotional in its origin. And so, if we can manage your stress and build you resilience and the ability to manage your emotions and your energy in real life, then we can overcome most of the pain and the dis-ease that you experience in your body. And stress is one of the primary reasons why it's hard for us to maintain consistent exercise practices, consistent dietary practices, to rest, to sleep, and to take care of ourselves. Why did you quit on that? Well, I was stressed. So if you can manage that, then you have the power to do anything. So then the next definition is stress. What is stress? Well, stress is simply emotional unease in our lives. Stress becomes a problem when that emotional unease is recurring and perpetuated, whether that's anger, irritation, fear, insecurity, uncertainty, depression, anxiety, or anything of the like. It's when these emotional states recur and we don't know how to manage them that we begin to move into energy drain. And that drain destroys our web. And when that web begins to fall apart, we begin to experience injury and dis-ease in body, mind, and spirit. And so by implementing your personal power practice, you will learn to manage your emotional state, your energy, and to build resilience, the ability to overcome any obstacle and the confidence that comes along with that. That is what resilience is. You will learn to move from drain, which brings you into a dis-ease state, to gain, which gives you connection to your infinite potential and your confidence and faith in your ability to accomplish anything in your body, your mind, and your spirit. Yes, I have been training consistently since I was 16 and eating somewhat mindfully since I was 21, and yet it wasn't until I adopted my own personal power practices that I drastically changed my life in body, mind, and spirit and stepped into my power as the creator of my own reality, my own health, and my own experience. I'm going to paraphrase one of my mentors. There's a reason why most spiritual traditions begin with the breath. Notice what happens when you slow your breathing or speed it up. Notice what happens when you are breathing when you're afraid. Notice what happens when you're breathing when you're excited. Notice what happens when you're about to pick something up or even throw a ball. Notice what happens to your breathing when you're having sex. Notice what happens to your breathing when someone says something beautiful to you. And notice what happens to your breathing when someone says something painful to you. If you begin to pay attention to these things, you'll notice that the breath is linked to every single state. And when you change your breath, you will have used your mind in a very purposeful way to influence a physiological process which you've been told was outside of your control. Just take a pill, just take this medicine for it. You will learn through your personal power practice that you have the power of change over your body with no additional tools needed. Imagine what you will be capable of then. At Holistic Strength, I empower people that are where I was. I empower overscheduled, drained doers to live lives of personal power and freedom. I use simple power practices to move people from drain in their lives into gain and reveal to them that they have full control, full power over their own health, happiness, wealth, and joy. I teach mind-body practices as a way to intelligently manage energy and emotional states, to build resilience, the ability to overcome any stressor, and the confidence that comes along with that. With these practices, you'll move from the drain that is wearing out your body and leading you into pain and dis-ease. With these practices, you'll move from the drain that is wearing your body out, that is wearing out your human spider web, and into gain, and feeling happy, joyful, and powerful in every area of your life. you will understand that you have full autonomy, the ability to do anything that you could possibly imagine in your movement, your diet, your rest, your sleep, your happiness, anything. You are the creator of your own experience. What is living if you can't sing, dance, enjoy the presence and company of others and yourself, and enjoy the magic and mystery of life? When you cultivate your power practices, exercise, moving, eating, drinking, thinking, resting, sleeping, breathing, all of these things will become absolutely effortless for you. What would your life be like then? Are you in? You can join the next meditation journey just by dropping journey in the comments. I also have a totally free mind body meditation challenge that I run each quarter, and all you have to do is comment challenge accepted in the comments, and I'll get back to you with all the details for how to enroll in that. So join the Mind Body Meditation Challenge. Decide if the meditation journey is for you, if you even want to cultivate your own power practices and become the creator of your own life, health, and experience. And if you want more information, you can always find me on Instagram at Robert Bill Jr., the Holistic Renegade, and at holisticstrength.co. Thanks for spending the time with me today, and have an amazing day.